Hello, everyone, and welcome back to
The
Girls'
Room.
Room. We are so excited to be here with you today. And since it is spooky season, and I think all of us can heartily agree that spooky season is our favorite,
Absolutely.
we thought we would bring you a very spooky episode.
Creepy.
Ooh.
So today we're going to talk about some of our favorite spooky season stuff as girls growing up in the 90s. Some of it will probably branch a little out of the 90s, and that's okay. But honestly, I feel like our generation was the last generation that they branded like really scary stuff to kids.
Yeah, I
like
think a
some
lot
of
of it's
our
been
stuff
watered
was-
down.
Yeah,
I was like,
100%.
they're making
Yeah.
everybody got too scared, so they're like, oh, we gotta soften it up now.
Well, even the decorations is like the Y2K like pink and blue disco ball skeleton
Yeah,
things.
everything's
I'm
like
seeing at
pastels
Target.
now.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
really random. Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're going for Y2K though, like back in my day, we did have the scary stuff. It wasn't all glitter and
And some of it was scary,
discos.
as in it was stuff our families had since like the 70s. So it just was a little like
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
weird.
this could burn the house down, too.
Yeah, like cursed items that could also catch fire and burn your
Yes,
house down.
another level of realistic terror on top of that.
All right. Does anyone have anything that they are just dying to dive into? No pun intended.
I'm going to start out with a question, I guess. So, trick or treating, when you were trick or treating, was for me, I feel like there was always that one house that just put
Creeps
all
you
the
out.
decorations out, turned into a haunted house, like went 11 out of 10. Did you guys have any, like that one house?
Yes.
And what did they do?
We
mean,
used to
we
have,
had-
like, neighborhoods that would go all out.
Yeah.
My neighborhood,
Ooh.
most of the kids, because the neighborhood was built at the same time, so all the houses were built in 1980, 81, 82. So it was all young families. So all the kids were my age or like a few years older, a few years younger. So like there were so many kids. So it was like everybody in the neighborhood decorated. Like in my neighborhood now, I think we are one of maybe 3 houses on the street that have any decorations up.
Really?
And we have the most decorations. And I sent a picture of just like our porch lights and
Yeah.
some things in the window. We have like an archway that we're going to be building, but we needed external power. So that's coming. But our neighborhood, there's 2 houses that have those 12-foot skeletons. That's it. Like there's nothing in this neighborhood. In my parents' neighborhood growing up, there were maybe, I think there were 2 or 3 houses that didn't decorate. And it's, I would say there's probably like 30 houses, 35 houses in the neighborhood. I mean, you saw it, Megan. It was, it's, everybody went out. I mean, my parents, we had a weeping willow tree in the front yard. So that's already spooky.
That's so cool.
My dad would hang some, like, a hangman, like a body
hang.
from, like a literal body from it. So it looked like it would fall out on you. We had tombstones all in the yard, things coming out of the yard. Something that was creepy that sat on the porch, and they weren't like the animatronic stuff that they have now.
Right.
I want to say one year my dad, I might be making this up. I remember someone in the my best friend, their house was the one that was like really creepy and like you could go into the house. And I feel like I remember somebody in the neighborhood dressing up like something and sitting on the porch and you thought it was like a
Yes.
mannequin, but it was-
Yes.
My pet peeve. As a child, I didn't like to go out and experience scary things. Like I have, and it wasn't until I was an adult that I figured it out, but my immediate reaction to being scared was anger and like throwing hands. So like, and it was mainly like jump scares, like
Yeah.
spooky things, eerie things, loved all of that. But like jump type scares, I couldn't do. And my biggest pet peeve going out, and sometimes I would make my parents walk up first, was because there were always a couple houses in the
Yes.
neighborhood I would go to where whoever's house it was would be like, they made themselves look like they were propped up in a chair. Like it
Yep.
was like,
Yeah.
like it was Freddy or like, Jason or, a weird like monster thing kind of propped in the chair. And they would have the candy bowl in the lap and they would look
Yes.
like
You'd
it
have
was
to reach
just
in.
a thing and then they would get up and it every time it would ruin my night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was one house that did that in my neighborhood, and he was a scarecrow, and he sat down like on the rocking chair that was
no.
always out on the porch.
Yeah.
Oh.
And if there was a group of kids, sometimes like the first couple kids would take candy and like, nothing would happen. So it'd be like, oh, it's safe.
Nay, nay.
It's not safe.
It's
You would
not
wait for
safe.
like the older kids. Like if there was a couple of younger kids, like, no, I'm not going to do it. But then like the older kids, he would just jump up and roar. And then there was this one house, our next door neighbors actually, every year went all out, like, the fake spider webs, everything outside the house. But also they had a couple older kids, like college age kids, I remember, where like the mom, dad, and the two kids would buy, like they would rent Halloween costumes, like werewolf costumes
like
and
legit
ghost costumes. And so like full on mascot type costumes. So the older son would crouch in the bushes as a werewolf and jump out at the kids. And then once you got past that horror, you would go and like knock on the door and one of the parents would answer and be dressed up as something kind of innocuous, like a ghost maybe one year. And we would be distracted with the candy, and then the other parent would come around and scare us wearing something else, like from around the corner inside the house. So you got like the werewolf outside, the distraction, and then the jump scare from inside. And all the while they had the scary music on the speakers inside to create the
We had
ambiance
scary
and like the
music.
strobe light sort of lightning effects, and they were into it. So
I feel like someone had a fog machine.
Every year when we went up to their house, I felt like that scene in The Wizard of Oz where they're just like, I do believe in spooks. I do believe in spooks. I do. They're in the haunted forest. And we're like, okay, are we doing this, guys? Are we doing this?
I feel like I love their spirit. I love their enthusiasm. I love how much they love the holiday. But like at some point, maybe don't scare the children.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Or at least be aware of like the scarecrow guy. Like be aware of like if they're youngins, don't do it. If they're
like I got it
older,
every
then
time
maybe.
because I would be like hesitant because I was like, oh God. And then they would jump on that because they were like, oh, they don't like it. And it's like, don't be an asshole.
And I feel like something I see now that I don't remember, granted, that's not what you're thinking about when you're a kid. I feel like the trend now is to like drink while you're taking your kids trick-or-treating. Like it's mommy's juice.
Now, within responsibly, I think it's a cool idea to a very not like extreme amount, but the idea of the parents who do like the wagons that have like little drinks in them and they give them to the people at the houses of like in exchange.
I've seen like
I wasn't aware that
in
was
our
a
neighborhood.
thing.
Yeah, like some people will have like their Stanleys and it's like wine, and so like they're trick-or-treating with their kids. But I've also seen, and I know somebody that did it where they had like the parents were there with candy for the kids and then like
then
a
you could
beer,
get a little like wine cooler
for
or
the
like
adults.
a beer for the adults.
No.
Because most of the time, I think as long as it's within a neighborhood that you live in and no one is driving anywhere else, within that confines, I think that's a great idea. It's for everybody. Because I mean, number one, you should be having fun.
Absolutely.
Especially for your kids. But like at the same time, it's like that can be a lot. It can be a lot walking to and from houses. So like it's
Kids
just
are
like
screaming and
I don't know, but if you're watching a group of kids, though, that's depending on how far you go with that, can be irresponsible. But as long as you don't go
responsibly,
overboard.
like don't get wasted while taking your kids trick or treating,
or someone else's. Maybe I'm just thinking because someone else's kids. We used to have like some of the adults would mind a big group of kids from the neighborhood that weren't their own.
That's how ours was.
Yeah. So that I think it's like, but if it's your own kids, then like I guess you do you
As long as you're being
responsibly.
responsible. I mean, it's just like you can have a beverage or two
Yeah.
and be completely fine
Hmm.
legally. So it's like enjoy, but don't be dumb.
I will
Yeah.
say I have a favorite decoration from Halloween when I was a
Yep.
kid, and I sent it in the link. It was like, it was so cheesy looking. It was literally just like a piece of fabric around this ball, and it was a ghost. They have which
Yeah.
ones.
And you clap it.
Woo!
Hold on, I have like a video. Oh wait, let me turn the audio on. Duh.
Yes, that was one of my favorites.
And my friend
Everywhere
and
you
I,
were.
Shake.
my friend and I used to make the sound. We'd walk around. She had this awesome voice. Well, she still does probably, but she would be like,
Yeah.
That's
it was like art.
good.
Thank you. So we would just walk around doing that, and like it's like a core memory kind of thing for me. My parents had a witch one, and it looked like she was like riding around on a broom,
Nice.
and it like shook too. And then the ghost one that just so that
My
was
mom, I think it was probably when I was in middle or high school, got this like it was probably like hip height. Um, like it looked like the old like 70s, 80s big plastic like stand-up things, but it was a big Frankenstein and he was wearing like a pink like a pinky purple like blazer on and she would put
yes.
it in the front yard every time.
What is it with the Frankenstein? Like the Frankenstein's monster, the green, and then it was always a purple vest. Like the
Yeah.
cartoon always had like a purple
Yeah.
something or other.
But I think because I
Green,
did a
purple,
whole
black, and orange is my
I mean, I
my
love the
Halloween
I
the
love the
Halloween
color
colors.
combo for sure.
I mean, if you cinematically, because I did a whole paper on this, Halloween or not Halloween, but villains,
Yeah.
their colors will always be a certain scheme. So you can always tell while watching it, like they're wearing black, red, green,
or purple.
Purple.
and there's something else. Those are like stereotypically the villain colors. So I guess that's where it comes from because you're like, your brain goes,
Yeah.
villain. Sorry, I'm like falling off the chair.
Yeah. Rarely do you see a villain wearing like a sunshine yellow anything.
So
Happy. I will say that I don't remember much as far as houses go, like for me when I was a kid, but my mom talked about how my grandfather, who I never got to meet, my mom's parents actually used to completely go all out in their house and they would do like a full walkthrough haunted house style. And mom said, like, she said, Dad went all out. And mind you, my mom's dad was a preacher as well. So he went like
that's
all
really
out.
cool.
But she's
Yeah.
like, yeah, you walk through. We had a basement, we had an attic. So she said he would decorate. You had to go through like a walkthrough, and you did the whole like
Hand in the
sticking your
bowl
hand in the
thing,
bowl,
yeah.
and
Yes.
you're like it's eyeballs,
The
and
peeled
you know,
grapes and the
the
cold
peeled-
spaghetti.
That's a
Yeah.
story, and that's something else I talk about in our book.
yeah,
Our book, we wrote it.
But yeah,
It's
That
the story and the steps of like how to do that. We did that at
Yeah.
parties. I love that. So
Also a
I wish
Rugrats
people did more
episode.
of that.
I remember
Yeah.
that.
and a Buffy episode. So I was like,
Yes.
so I was like, I thought that was really cool because yeah, my mom said I remember as a kid like Halloween was awesome.
Awesome.
Like
Yeah.
she said, it's not like it was for you even in the 90s, but she said back in the late and early 70s, she said we had some fun Halloweens.
my friend's older sister, her birthday is Halloween. So they would have Halloween stuff and they have like a farmhouse. So her, like the floor was like old wood floor. Like her mom would go all out. She'd throw straw down on the ground and like all kinds of really cool, like leaves. The one party, I guess she threw like leaves and straw down and like made it like really cool.
I
Yeah.
grew up with friends who were twins who their birthday was Halloween. So it was
So cool.
once we got to
Mine's
high
2
school.
days before.
Yeah.
I'm a Halloween baby.
You know the Brosmers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we, in high school at least, we would like have parties for their birthdays. So that's where like I would go and dress up and enjoy
Oh,
Halloween.
fun.
I will say I tried to do that, excuse me, with my 13th birthday because my 13th birthday was Friday the 13th.
Ah.
Now, granted, it was December. Who cares?
Yeah.
I did like a 13 themed party, invited 13 people, had 13 types of food. Like it was a
cool.
costume
That's
party.
great.
Nice.
Only myself, my sisters, and one person dressed up. But
Oh.
like I said, bad childhood. Me and my therapist will get more into that later.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Kids,
yeah,
kids sucked.
well, because people would, there was
kids
someone
are lame.
else. Someone else had a birthday similar to mine, so like they would purposely schedule their birthday parties the same time so that everyone would go to theirs.
Oh, splat this out. That.
So anyway, nobody would really come to my parties, and then like I wanted it to be cool. I remember being in a sleepover and playing the game with the eyeballs and everything. But yeah, I was like, let's do something fun. Nobody does this. Let's Friday the 13th. You know, why not? I tried
I'd be all about your party. I would be all about
Hey,
your
if
party.
you ever hit another Friday the 13th with your birthday,
I should because it happens
let us
every.
know.
I will drive out for it.
We will have a bash.
Yes,
Do it.
a monster bash.
Monster Bash.
Monster
A
bash.
monster mash.
We did the bash.
Yeah, no, I
Kids love
love
that
stuff
song.
like that.
Yeah, I do too.
My mom, because I can attribute so many things to my mom introducing me to it. My mom was always big into the OG monster movies, like Dracula and the Wolfman,
Same.
Creature from
Same.
the Black
good.
Lagoon. So like
Yep.
we watched those every year because they were usually on AMC or TCM.
Yep.
And then on top of that, my mom one year got like a whole box set of all the Universal
classic.
monsters. And so we would put the VHSs in and watch all of them. So that is still to this day one of my rituals during spooky season is to go back and watch all the Universal monster movies because
Yep.
That's so cool.
I will forever be in love with Bela Lugosi and Lon Chaney and Boris Karloff because that's how I was introduced to them.
My OBGYN looks like Bela Lugosi.
Shut up.
No joke. 'Cause he's Bulgarian, so I was like,
That's
he's
Nice.
the
got the
best.
slick, yeah, and he's tan and short, like
Bela
yeah.
Lugosi delivered your children.
It literally and me
Yes.
and my brother. So it was so funny. 'Cause, yeah,
Yes.
every time Alex sees him, he's like, "Oh, how's Bella doing?" And I was like,
Love it.
"He's so great." Yeah, it's funny. And yeah, he's 80 something years old, still practicing. So
Wow.
yes, my mom as well on the horror movies because that's my mom. Like I said, I think I even had talked about it before about like my mom and dad would stay up. Like when I was little, they would be like, "You got to go to bed." So then they would stay up and watch one of the movies, and I'd try to creep in there and see what they were watching. Of course, like one time they were watching Chucky or
Oh yeah.
like you know, or Friday the 13th. Nowadays, my mom would be like, "I can't watch Friday the 13th unless it's on TV because I don't want to see no nakedness and all that stuff." So I don't want to see all that. But she's like she avidly watches those movies like every year. She's like, "Oh, Jason's on. We got to watch Friday the 13th," and I'm like, "Really?"
Now, do you
That or
think
Halloween?
do you think the creep factor was more or less with the classics like the Frankensteins, the Draculas, or like the 90s horror movies, It, The Craft, Leprechaun, like stuff like that?
I think it just depends.
Yeah, it depends on like some
Different
horror movies.
sides of horror.
Yeah, there's like different subgenres. Like there's slasher movies or like something that's more it goes for the blood and gore, then there's like the jump scares, and then
Jump
there's just
scare.
like the creepy sort of
The spooky, eerie.
psychological thriller-esque kind of.
I think the popular, the more like focused upon these, like was that gore, that creep, that startle, like scream. Manny thought we watched it because Manny had never watched Scream. So we watched it a week or two ago. He was like, is this a comedy? Because it feels like a comedy. And I was like,
Yeah.
it's not. But I mean,
There's some funny stuff.
It's very, it's kind of meta, self-referential after a while, which I dig that. But I think I enjoy those kind of movies. The movies that, like some of the movies that were rated R in the 90s, like the horror movies, there wasn't that much blood really. So it didn't ick me out. Stuff like American Horror Story makes me want to vomit. Like any body horror stuff, like I just want to throw up. It's not scary. It's just like a guttural,
like Stranger
visceral
Things
reaction.
Stranger
I
Things,
like
like the
Stranger
whole
Things.
like body thing that
Sam was
Chrissy does,
completely
and
creeped
stuff.
out by that.
That-
Like he couldn't watch it.
that terrifies me.
Chrissy, Chrissy's
I'm
body contorting.
so my brain. I at some point I need to talk more to a professional about it to figure out why my brain works the way it does. But like
You and me both.
like jump scares, none. Psychological horror, yes, give it to me. But like I used to just be anti-horror movie because I just thought scary was bad. So like I wouldn't go see all the horror movies with my friends. And I remember it must have been like maybe like Saw 5 or Saw 6.
The Saw movies are
And
gruesome.
everyone was gonna
Yeah.
go, and I didn't want to not go because I was like, "Ugh, but everyone's going as a group. I should go." I was fine.
Mm-hmm.
I was fine the whole time until there was like one eye thing, and I was like, cannot watch that.
Ew.
Like
No.
eyes, even like The Grudge, like the big eyes with like the black around it creeps
No.
me out. I
I
don't know
think-
what it is.
I think it was those movies that got me to like I quit watching a lot of the gory movies anymore.
Horror
Like it was
doesn't
those.
really
It just
bother
don't.
me.
I don't like it.
I think for me, it's more like this is kind of like psychological, like morbid. Like it's watching people suffer. Like if it's a quick kill, even if it's bloody, it doesn't get to
Yeah.
me. But if it's somebody screaming in agony as they're eviscerated, I'm just like, no, no.
I also think I have, now that I'm older and like in college, well, maybe it was in college or right after college, I had friends who were indie horror film makers. And so I would like go and do extra stuff for them. But like I started seeing the behind the scenes of how you achieve those things.
That's cool.
And then I
like
really,
that.
I would watch movies. I could really handle super gory things or like things like that because I was like, oh, was that a
I know what that
practical
is.
effect? Was that CGI?
Prosthetic and
Yeah, like when I won't say rebooted because they weren't like redos, but when they rebooted the Evil Dead universe and they made that first movie, and I went with Kevin, friend of the podcast, and our friend Jake, who also makes horror movies. Shout out Jake Belinsky.
Hi, Jake.
If you want fun horror movies, go check out Cinefreak Pictures. He makes amazing horror short films. They're so good. Kevin's in a lot of them. I've been in a couple. But we went to see that, and like I was really anti because I like the Evil Dead movies, but I was kind of hesitant about it because I was still like, it's gonna be bigger because the director was on record of like I was finally making the films that I always wanted to make, and like the way Kevin sold me on it was he tried to do as much practical effects as possible. He wanted to use as little CGI as he could, and so like I went, and like at that point, which was, God, that had to have been in like the last decade when the first one came out. But like at that point, he then raked up the like world record of most gallons of fake blood used because he like made blood rain, and like it was all the stuff he did practically. So there were moments where I would like look away from the screen because I was like, there's a jump scare coming, I feel it. But like I could really sit and analyze it. And I think because of that, now I can watch the super gory stuff. I can watch all of that because I'm like, oh, how'd you do that? Like that's crazy. I love it now.
That's a good brain hack. I should try that.
See, that makes sense. Like I like that a lot.
Yeah. Well, we've started like going through and watching Halloween movies with, the kids, but mostly Sam, because we've started every year we try to introduce him to something a little bit more intense or darker or something. So, like I showed him The Lost Boys for the first to
Oh,
this year because that's one of
yes.
my favorites. And then we just watched the others where it had more of like more of a
Oof.
creepy like well who did it and
Yeah.
he wasn't scared at all. I was actually like because he was at first like very apprehensive about watching it because he doesn't like jump scares
That's
and I'm not a
Manny.
big fan of I'm not a big fan of them but like I prefer those over like gore like just any
Mhm.
day but yeah he really enjoyed it so I think for me like that's kind of the style I like that more whodunit kind of style you
I like
know
the ones that make you have to think during it. It's not
yeah
just like a gore fest or it's not
we're just
just
not here
like
to kill people.
yeah, like
Right.
it's trying to
I would
figure
like a
out
Yeah.
story.
trying to figure out the mystery, trying to figure out like it's that idea of
Yeah.
like is this supernatural or like is someone pulling this
hmm
off? That's I love the psychological
Like
stuff.
Manny watching Scream. He's like, "But
Yeah.
why did they do it?" They're like, because we're crazy. I'm like,
hmm
oh, okay.
And it
All
and it's
right.
funny because like my favorite like genre of horror movies are like anything to do with vampires or
Hmm.
Dracula,
Hmm.
anything like
Hmm.
that. Guess what? Dracula is one of my favorites too.
Yeah.
Like I love the OG. I love it. But the movie that freaked me out the most as a kid that I could not, it took me years to watch. I had to become an adult was Salem's Lot. And I
I don't
think it
Oh,
think I've
was
I don't know
watched
if I've
it.
ever
oh
seen that.
neither.
it's creepy, but like, and I think it was because there's a scene where like it's because there's kids in it, and one kid's in bed, and his friend had died to
Oh,
become a
it's
vampire, and he's at the
freaky.
window trying to
Oh,
get him in, and I'm like,
this
every
was
night I would
1979.
panic. Yeah, every night I'd panic
Oh,
thinking there was going
yep.
to be
Nope.
somebody at the window trying to get in my room.
Literally, I Googled Salem's Lot, and there's a remake in 2024,
Yes,
by the way.
yes, there
But
was, and there
I
was one I
assumed
think
it
in the
was 79.
before that too, in the
Literally,
90s,
the first thing that
2000s.
comes up in it is that kid like this.
Uh-huh.
I
Told you.
the
It's
one
creepy.
I had two that I had like the most adverse reactions to, and it was The Grudge, and it was because of the creepy
Mm.
eyes.
And the
I don't like, yeah, the rest of it, I was like, okay, you're walking weird. You're like, okay,
I
whatever. It
don't
was
like
something
it.
about the eyes. I was
Sarah Michelle Gellar
terrified.
was killer in that. Mm.
I would be walking through a room and there would be big eyes in the dark.
Mm-mm.
The other one, because as we've talked about many times, I watched at a friend's house when I was having a sleepover and
Yep.
we watched The Ring.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And
Oh,
yeah, watched The Ring. And
yeah.
then her mother thought it would be really funny to
Oh no.
call the house phone
Oh, I
while
would
No,
we
die.
watched
It's
it.
like, no.
And it freaked me out
I
so
don't like
bad.
that.
Like I got home and like I am very much of the neurodivergent ilk of
Woo, I got the shivers.
no big lights on in the house. Like
Hmm.
it's all like
Sit in the
little
dark.
lights. So like when I got home the next day and like went to bed that night, number one, I had to sleep on top of my comforter because of that
Mm-hmm.
scene where it comes up
Oh,
Yeah.
under the comforter. And was that The Grudge? I think that one was The Grudge. Or was that The Ring? I think was it The Ring?
It's a couple movies,
It's one of them. Anyway,
but
that
still,
happened.
yeah.
I
I
had
don't
to sleep on
know.
top of my comforter because I was terrified something was going to come up under my comforter. And then I would like sprint. I would like sprint through rooms that were mostly dark. And like
Oh,
because I was just like
Mm-hmm.
absolutely terrified.
the steps, walking up the steps from the basement in the
Worried somebody's
dark.
going to grab
They
out,
gonna get you.
Oh,
grab you.
they're
Yeah.
gonna grab you and pull you down. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
ah,
Yeah. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Yeah.
big
Mm-mm.
nope.
And I
I'm just,
think,
I'm thankful that we've got like good that we can
Yes.
classify as Halloween movies, like with Adam's Family. Like we, that's a tradition in our house every year. Like,
Yeah.
and like
practical magic.
and Practical
Yes.
Magic, yes, all those like that are still like I still remember watching as a kid. I'll never forget when the Adams Family came out. I mean, I was little, but like I still remember when it came out and how iconic it was. And to this day, they
Gomez and
still,
Morticia are a couple goals.
I mean, he will always be the best in my opinion. Like
Raul,
Raul,
Oh.
100%.
God rest his
100%.
soul, bless his heart. Like yeah, he'll never,
and the
never be the man.
OG, oh gosh, it's Sean Astin's father. What is his first
Oh,
name? Is it
yes.
William? No,
No.
I'll find it.
But yes, I know who you're talking about.
Now, so you had like the more creepy 90s
Sean
like kind of
Astin.
stuff.
There we go.
Sean.
That's it.
Okay.
But you also had like the more cutesy ones. So you had like
Yes.
the Addams Family. You had Hocus Pocus, which classic.
Yes.
Town.
Halloween Town. And
I was a witchy
sacked.
kid. I
Yeah,
loved
too.
that stuff.
Yeah.
Now,
We
I
got
will say-
sacked.
The Witches, I still can't watch that movie.
I think I've maybe watched it
Oh,
3
yeah.
times in my entire
Again.
life. Angelica Houston.
freaked
Again,
out.
Angelica just
Everything.
killing it
Well, that
in
was
the 90s.
the Roald Dahl based.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't
Sam
know what
loves that movie.
I don't know what it is, but it freaks me out.
When they're
I-
transforming,
like-
it's creepy.
I think that's what it is.
Some
and
of
I'm,
like
I'm
the
afraid of it.
Yeah.
It's
Some of it like the Jim Henson esque.
yes,
it is
the,
Henson,
like,
right? Yeah.
the
that
face,
real
like,
effects.
ugh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh,
For some
yeah.
reason, it still freaks me out. But like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, what's the name of the movie? It was made for TV. Kirsten Dunst. Oh my gosh, is it the Tower of Terror?
Tower of Terror. She was in that.
Yes,
Yes, that is my
loved
favorite.
Yeah.
that
DJ
movie.
97.
McHale. Yeah.
Because
Yes.
of that movie, I wanted to
Steve
go on the ride.
Gutenberg. Yeah.
I don't want to go on
love
the
it.
ride. I don't like drops. That's the whole point of that
It's
ride.
so much fun. I can't
I
believe
love it.
I
We got
just
Sam
want
on
to
it. It was
walk
great.
through until the last minute and be like, "Hi, chicken."
I'm getting off now.
For me, thank you. I just want to see the lobby because that was one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
I
it was
love that
the
movie.
ride is amazing. I've
Yeah.
gone several times.
I
Yeah.
actually remember there wasn't too many people. It was like my only time I went to Disney. I was maybe 10. And there was like nobody in line, so they were like, you can stay on again. And I was like, yes. My dad's like, okay. And then they did double drops then too.
They're like, you want to drop again?
I was like, yes.
Yes, please.
I'm telling you, I love it. I love my butt falling off feeling.
They're going,
I love the immersive rides, like the Haunted Mansion at Disney too.
Yes.
Just with like the holographic, like the mirrors and the projectors, and like that's where I wonder how do they do that, because it's all practical effects.
The ballroom
Yeah.
scene is my favorite scene in the Haunted Mansion. The Haunted Mansion is one of my all-time favorite rides. I will sit and watch that scene of the ghosts waltzing
Yes.
for
I love that.
hours.
yeah.
And again, like you said, all practical effects, and it's
Yes.
all lights and mirrors, and it's just
And the chairs turn, and then you see the ghost or skeleton on the back of your chair.
you in your doom buggy.
Yeah.
Now, Haunted Mansion, there was the 2003, but there was also a remake. Have you watched both of them?
I've watched both.
I've not seen the
I've
remake.
not watched the new one. Mm-mm.
I kind of like the
don't
new
think-
one just because it
I
goes a little bit deeper into it.
yeah, I like them. They're both very different movies.
They're two different things. Absolutely.
And
A lot of people hated the 2003 one. I didn't think it was that bad.
I separate movies based on books, other media, whatever. I
Yeah.
try and just separate.
They're
it
not gonna be
because
exactly the
it's
same.
like I'm going to take this as an interpretation.
Yeah.
And like that one was
Agreed.
fun because they had like a new story that they put to it, and like
I love that.
Eddie Murphy was Eddie Murphy.
He's Eddie
it up,
Murphy.
like you
Yeah.
know, and it was fun. But like, what if I put it next to the Haunted Mansion? Is it the same thing? Absolutely not.
Yeah, no.
But I liked the new one. I did. It was very much more akin to the story that they tell in the Haunted Mansion in the California Disneyland.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been to Disneyland on the West Coast. I've only been to Disney World in
Would like
Florida.
to.
Yeah, I've never been to Disneyland.
Let's make a trip. We'll go.
We'll go see Jordy.
Yeah.
Tell Jordy.
My guy.
My
Have a
guy.
Splat Attack trip to Disneyland.
Let's go. Oh my gosh, my kids would freak. We'd have to bring the kids. We'd be like,
They'd be like,
sorry.
We'll have to
dare
play
you
Bond
Sorry, we're going to
Gears.
Disneyland without
No,
you.
it's It's an
years
adult
in
trip,
advance.
adults only.
Yeah. Oh
We
my
can go
gosh.
drink around
The
the world
evil hate
together.
I would probably get from
Since we
my
couldn't,
kids.
since we couldn't at Kennywood, I'm still
okay.
salty about that.
Okay, we'll have to
I
go back. I
know.
haven't done the spooky days. We should,
I have not yet either.
if not this year, we can go back
I
next
was disappointed because I remembered the tickets we had from Kennywood, and I looked
I
and I was like,
know.
oh, they expired.
in September.
Oh no.
I was like, well, I was kind of broken in September. I still a little broken. My incision's still not healing from my surgery, but that's okay. That's what
Baby
antibiotics are for.
steps.
We're literally
steps.
baby steps some days.
Oh.
I forgot to take my medicine.
Well, I know we've talked about movies that we watched a lot during the 90s, but what about TV series that maybe were Halloween related? Do you guys have any?
Buffy. I love the Buffy Halloween
There is
episodes,
only
and I was-
one choice. No.
There can only be one.
Yeah.
It's TV adjacent because it's based on TV series,
Sure.
but any
Yeah.
of the Scooby-Doo stuff. So
I was
like,
just
Absolutely.
gonna say
the Scooby-Doo
Scooby-Doo.
movies, but also the
They
school, like
Yes, that's
all
why they
of that.
re-showed a lot of the
Yeah.
ones from the 60s, and I grew up on that. So yes,
yeah, I did too.
absolutely.
My mom is a huge Scooby-Doo fan.
Absolutely.
Oh, I watched Nick at Night, The Munsters.
Yes.
I love the monster.
fun.
And the old school Addams Family TV series
Yep.
from the
Yeah.
60s and 70s.
Mm-hmm.
What was the one? Oh, we've actually been watching Erie, Indiana, because
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Alex loves
the
Erie, Indiana.
weirdest thing is I was like a Disney kid. I watched like all the ABC kind of stuff. We didn't watch Nickelodeon as much. And it was weird because I was watching it and I'm like, this feels so familiar. And I probably did watch it, but I don't remember it. But it was this weird deja vu as I was watching it every time. Like, I feel like I know this. And it's the creepiest feeling, but we've been
Yeah.
watching it every evening. Love it. Like, I can't wait to like watch it again the next day. I'm like, when can we watch
Yeah.
it? When can we watch it?
Erie,
good
Indiana,
show.
and So Weird, which we're covering.
Yeah, so weird.
Yes, I did watch So Weird. Loved it. Loved it. There was a show, Ghost something. Was it like Ghost Writer or something?
There,
Ghost Rider wasn't
a
as
Ghost Whisperer
spooky,
show
but
that
they
Jennifer
did
Love-
have
Oh yeah, I watched that.
Dude, the Ghost Rider episode. I think it was like a 2 or 3-parter, Attack of the Slime Monster. That got me for some reason as a kid. That was like the scary one.
Are You Afraid of the Dark had so many
Oh yeah,
episodes that really were like, that was the reason why I didn't watch much of it because I was terrified. I was like,
Are You Afraid of the Dark, Goosebumps, like stuff we've
Goosebumps.
covered before on the podcast, but they're all classics for a
Goosebumps
reason.
was my favorite.
there was one. Was it? God, what was that channel used to be called? Was it ABC Family?
There's
It used to be Fox Family.
Fox
Yeah.
maybe?
Yeah. Before it was ABC.
It was the little old woman with the creepy voice from Teen Witch.
Yes,
Oh, I love Zelda
her.
Rubinstein.
Yes, she was the narrator, and they would just talk about places that were supposed to be haunted.
Yeah.
And like, it wasn't like the go and to find ghosts, it was literally just telling the story of haunted places. And I loved that because I always was like, they should put Willard Library on it.
Yeah.
It never made it on that series, but Willard has
It
been
was
on-
called The Scariest Places on Earth.
Yes, I loved it.
I had to Google because I was like, I feel like I know what you're talking about.
yeah.
Loved
watching
her.
that.
Another show that I know Alex and I think he may have watched some of it, and I know I did, but Tales from the Crypt is we all
Yes.
loved Tales from the Crypt. Yeah, and then they
Shout
did like a
out.
whole game show with it too. Like that was fun.
Shout out to Up All Night.
yeah, I was just gonna say. Ugh.
Yes, absolutely.
I liked
Tales from the Crypt.
my dad. It's funny because we weren't allowed to like watch a lot of stuff. Like we weren't allowed to watch The Simpsons, but we could watch it if we watched it with my parents. So the Treehouse of Horror episodes, I still love those. Live for them, but
As an adult, I have added the Bob's Burgers Halloween episodes to my spooky season watching.
I mean, hands down the and then there was Sean episode from Boy Meets World is
Yeah.
favorite
Yeah.
Halloween episode of all
Go
time.
Feeny, go Feeny, go Feeny.
Oh, go Feeny. I was like, Alex, we need to break down that episode sometime because it's one of.
Yeah, we should.
We
I mean,
should.
come on.
Does anyone
iconic.
remember?
Jennifer Love Pfefferman.
I liked the episode of Family Matters, Stevel.
Yes.
The evil ventriloquist dummy.
I have a thing about ventriloquist dummies. Clowns too, but
They
more so
creep me out.
ventriloquist dummies.
Both of those
And,
creep me
yeah.
Oh, Sam's favorite Goosebumps is Night of the Living Dummy. He
Look, I
loves the
think
book and the episode.
that's a big reason why I didn't watch
I don't like
Goosebumps.
Yeah.
dummies.
I love how
dolls.
R.L. Stein was a writer for Eureka's Castle with the nice puppets, which I, love. And then
And then
there was Slappy.
Let's make a creepy
and then,
And then he was like, hey, let's make this one that is just very anachronistic and let's make him creepy.
Yeah.
And you gotta love that Buffy had an episode with the
I couldn't watch it. That was
ventriloquist puppet.
I couldn't watch that
hated
either.
it, but I watched it out of spite because I was
Just
like, no,
the-
I have to see
The scuttling across the floor, like I can't with that. No.
I liked
I mean, but come on, Cordelia singing "The Greatest Love of All" is probably the most horrific thing of the episode.
No. The credits when they're doing Oedipus.
Oh my
That
God,
is
yes.
the best.
That was so good.
I remember
Oh my
the
God.
episode of Fresh Prince where like Hillary's fiance died and they get like a oh my God, what are they called? Like a psychic to come in and do a seance so she can like talk to him and like they're like, this is fake. And so they put a hex on them. I think it was called
I love
Hex and the Single Guy.
Yeah.
And like Carlton was dressed up as like Macaulay Culkin and stuff like that.
Of course he was.
Sister.
Yeah.
They had like a really good Halloween episode too.
Ooh, technically movies, but the Twitches movies, I loved
Love
them.
Oh yeah.
So good.
It's on my list to show Sam. I like Twitches. Go Twitches. Go Twitches.
Yeah, Disney had a lot of good Halloween Disney Channel
They
movies.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, Under Wraps. The OG, the 90s Under Wraps.
Under
Thank you.
Wraps.
Which you can watch on YouTube, by the way, because that's where Sam and I watched it since Disney Plus doesn't put
I
it on
won't
there.
watch the new one.
They don't have it on the oh,
It's not
for
on
shame.
Disney Plus, but it's free on YouTube, and that's where Sam and I watched it. And I was like, this is the only one to watch. Carrie and Vice says. It's the best. Him slow dancing to All by Myself.
And Sabrina and the Teenage Witch, Sabrina the
Absolutely.
Teenage Witch, like did some good Halloween episodes too.
The
Oh, gosh, yeah.
live action TV series, the animated TV series,
All of it.
Netflix series that is more recent. Give
Love.
me Sabrina in
Any day, every format.
I had to quit watching the Netflix one because it just got a little too dark.
I don't
for
think
my
I finished
liking.
it.
I think that's why I loved it.
And I was like,
Just
I
like,
can't.
yes, give it.
some of the writing was
Satany.
absurd. They
It started off like I really liked it, even with the dark side to it. I really liked it. Like I still enjoyed it, but
It was very much
Not little.
the Sabrina version of Riverdale, which was the
It was. You
know what?
darkification
Which was
of
the-
Archie comics.
which
Yeah.
was kind of the problem, but like I read the Sabrina, the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina comics because they came out first and this was based on those.
Yeah.
And it just deviated so much from that, which I expected, but then it just got a little hokey sometime. Like, I don't know. When they started doing the musical stuff, that's when I was like, are we Riverdale now?
Yeah,
Are we
it's
going that route?
Riverdale. It is.
Season
what
1
it
and
is.
2 were good. Season 3 and 4 kind of lost the plot
Yeah,
a
I
bit.
think I went halfway through, and I don't remember if it was just because it was like I caught up and then I never went back to it.
Yeah.
Life.
But Michelle Gomez and Miranda Otto are amazing. Love them. Lucy Davis, amazing.
Kieran Shipka.
Kieran Shipka. I do appreciate the episode where they had the original Hilda Zelda on. Like that got a little weird, but I was like, oh, they're really going for it. Okay.
I love that.
absolutely. Yeah, I can't remember.
Caroline
I think I got
Ray,
to like season
Broderick.
3 is what I got, and then I was like, okay, I think I want to bow out of this, but
That's okay.
Not me with a Madam Satan cosplay. Not me with my
Although that crown's pretty awesome.
My Queen of Hell crown.
Yeah.
As
And I'm
usual.
surprised Sam hasn't like brought up, can I watch that show because Ross Lynch is in it? And I'm like,
I was gonna ask, yeah, because he was.
he's obsessed with Austin and Ellie. So I was like, no.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, no, sorry.
Yeah, insert a picture of my cosplay here, I guess, because I shared it in the
I
chat.
saw that.
So,
Yeah. That was awesome. I had to like really look close and I'm like, is that you, Kat?
Tis
It
me.
is. I was like, oh, nice.
I wish I could find pictures of like my Halloween costumes. Did anyone have the?
I have one.
The Barbie
Uh-oh.
one where it was just that ugly mask and just like what was it with like?
Was it
Now,
a
granted,
plastic
I'm a little bit
Oh,
yeah, like the
I
plastic
had-
mask and the
Yeah.
sack
Oh,
gunny
gosh.
thing.
I had
So-
weird costumes as a kid. Like I
No, I did
would
too.
have popular ones, and
No,
I
same.
Yeah.
I before
the Statue of
cosplay was a
Liberty.
thing, I was like, let me cosplay the random characters that nobody knows who they are. So I have one here. There's one I think I shared last year where I dressed up as Judy Funny from Doug with like the
Yes.
beatnik beret and
I
the
love
I thought
sunglasses.
about being Judy Funny for Halloween.
That's a
And
great
then
idea.
here's
That's awesome.
here's another one, Jeannie from I Dream of Jeannie.
Yes.
My mom made the costume, and of course, like I watched Nick at Night with my parents, but
Yeah.
people didn't really know who I was. Like they didn't get it, and I was just
Oh,
like, no,
shame.
I bet the adults loved it.
Oh, yeah.
So my
being
mom
my
made a
father.
costume for me for some patriotic thing we were doing at the church. I know it doesn't make sense. It was like a 4th of July
Church and state,
thing.
church and state.
I know. It was a 4th of July thing then and like we did like Yankee Doodle and stuff like that. And I dressed like the Statue of Liberty. My mom made me a costume.
Okay.
So one year I broke my arm and my mom's like, you can be the Statue of Liberty for Halloween because your arm's like this.
And you can put the book in it so it looks like you're holding.
So I was the Statue of Liberty. I got super made fun of for that. Another year, like
You know what? Whoever made fun of you, who I want
Shame
names.
on them. Yeah.
Yes, send me a list of names.
I also one year was just like 'cause
show up.
my mom was a nurse, so one year I just wore scrubs and a mask, and I was a doctor. Like, times is tough.
My mom made a lot of my costumes. Like we would take a trip to Joann's and she'd buy fabric and she would whip me out some of the most amazing costumes. I had princess dresses. I
Same
had
here.
witch dresses.
Crayons. We were crayons one year.
Yeah.
And I think my very first Halloween costume, I was a pumpkin. I'll have to see if my mom can find the picture and send it to me. I was a really freaking cute pumpkin
I believe it.
because I had like bright carrot top red hair as a pumpkin.
Yeah. Did your school have parades, like Halloween parades?
Yes.
We had like mini parades around the playground kind of situation. So we had Halloween costumes you could wear to school. And then like some people, myself included, would have a separate Halloween costume for like trick or treating. So either more practical or just if we wanted to be something else.
Most of my schools didn't because in preschool, yes, you could wear a Halloween costume. We would do the whole like parades and have the parties. But then I went to Catholic school where did not do Halloween. And then in middle school and high school, public school, we didn't do it either. But I had like an ever growing, like I had a dress up bin that just kept expanding. So it was like Halloween costumes, old dance costumes, all of this. So like some of my costumes I probably are still in there from when I was a kid.
We cleaned out the attic at my parents' house and the kids love dressing up. So when I think it was Party City was going out of business or something like that, my mom went and got all these Halloween costumes on clearance, and if the kids were good and like ate all their dinner and no fuss, they could get a Halloween like they could get a costume for Sunday dinner. So they had like a whole dress up bin, and I'm actually asking my mom to send me a picture, but the one year we still have it, and the kids run around in it and pretend to be like their M&M costumes. So it was just like a giant pillow. There was a green M&M and a red M&M. My mom's like, I'm going to Maddie's baseball game right now. I'll send it to you later. But and the kids still have them, and they're just like these big pillows with like straps, and they run around pretending. One pretends to be a dinosaur, and the other one tries to eat the giant M&M. Like,
Love that.
Cannibal.
Look,
Right.
as an
That's
adult,
funny.
my dance costumes came in handy
yeah.
many
Yes.
times, like in college, and it was like, oh, there's a big Halloween party, and I'm like, all right, let me my senior solo high school for my dance, it was like this sparkly red, like short dress. And like the amount of times I would just throw on devil horns and that dance costume and
Why
just
not?
walk around. Like
Yeah.
dance costumes came in clutch.
If there's one costume that I want to use over and over again, just like, again, we talked about this before, my Wizard of Oz Dorothy costume. For some reason, just so attached to that character. And I love the ruby slipper. Like the first year I got actual like red sequin shoes instead of just like the slip on covers or whatever with like little kid costumes. Like that was a good year. I wore them even when it wasn't Halloween because I was like, look at my shoes. Like,
Two costumes that I remember the most, and they were purchase costumes. There was one year I went, it wasn't Scarlett O'Hara, but it was like a Southern Belle costume because I was with The King and I and Gone with the Wind and all of these things. I was obsessed with hoop skirts. All I wanted was hoop
Absolutely.
skirts. And so one year my mom let me get a Southern Belle costume, and it was like that white and green dress
Oh,
that she wears early in the movie. And I just walked
yes.
around with my big hat and I was just in love with it.
Was
Oh,
there
I
a
bet.
parasol? As there should be.
Yes, as there should be.
Yeah.
And then the other one that I just absolutely loved was after episode 1 of Star Wars came out, and I had the Queen Amidala, the red with the fur trim, and like I did
That's
the
awesome.
makeup, and it had like
nice.
the hat, and oh God, and the little gems that were on it were battery powered, and they would light up. I thought I was better than sliced bread at that point. I was just like, look at how cool I am.
I loved like older, like I had, because I was obsessed with Roseau and Grease.
Yes.
So the high school did Grease. Of course, after I graduated, and I was like devastated because both my sisters got to be in it. I feel like I tell this story every time I talk about Grease, but still salty, I guess. But the cast bought me a Pink Ladies jacket so that I could, because I was like helping them.
That's
So
something I've never had, is a pink lady jacket. I
I
need
would
to
love
get
one.
it's in the basement. So that year for Halloween, I dressed as Rizzo. I had like pencil skirt, like blouse, and my little, oh gosh, I was the S word. Like I was like, this is my favorite. Look at me, my heels. I wore that like multiple years in a row.
Jeez, I need to end up doing a cosplay show and tell because I've got a whole closet back there that's got like character costumes in there that I've made fairly recently. I stopped going to conventions as much because in the 2010s I went all the time. But yeah, that's some good stuff. I just love costumes. I love dressing up. I love the license to just be someone you're not for a time and have that
any
be
excuse
okay.
to dress up. Sign me up.
Manny and I did Alice and the Mad Hatter for my niece's birthday party the one year because she's also an October baby. And we did a costume party, so everyone came in a costume because her birthday is the 10th of October with Manny. So we did like a Halloween type party. So we had Mad Hatter and Alice. And one year Manny and I did the grandma and
Big Bad Wolf?
Wolf, yes. And then another year he was the wolf and I was Little Red Riding Hood. I miss dressing up. We never did. We've only ever dressed up as like a convention-y type thing one time. And it was actually to go see the short-lived, oh my gosh, what was it called? It was Paul Rubens they were showing Pee-wee's Big Adventure, I guess. And then you watch the movie and then he came out and talked to everybody.
Oh,
And
That would have been cool.
that's so special.
It was right before COVID. And we were actually there were only maybe like 3 that he got to do because then COVID happened, everything shut down. And what the people didn't know is that he had cancer at the time and did not want to be around other people. So he canceled the rest of the tour. And we were actually I think it was the last one in Atlanta at the Tabernacle. So we got to sit and watch it. Manny was Pee Wee. I was Miss Yvonne. I had the beehive and everything. I'll send a picture, insert it here.
Yes.
So we actually have it in the living room.
Alex can put it in there.
So yeah, that's the only time we really like got to do that. And it was like literally our last hurrah in Atlanta because like a day or two later we moved to back to Pittsburgh. So, and then literally the day we were moving was the day COVID shut down everything. So
That's crazy.
Yeah. So,
all right. So our last topic is books.
Yes.
There were so many scary stories. Yep, that one right there.
Go for it.
this is not the original cover. The original cover. So this is actually
set of 3 books.
Yeah, this way. So this is actually a compilation of the 3 books that I just found. This is at Walmart right now.
Oh,
I got
Still
it
going
for
strong.
I think it was like $15 at Walmart.
Nice.
Because apparently it is now a major motion picture.
They
Didn't
did.
know
I
that.
haven't watched it.
Nor have I.
I haven't either. Not yet.
I am completely mind boggled that this was a book put towards kids.
Marketed to
Yeah.
children.
Marketed towards kids. Now, technically it's not 90s. The first book actually came out in 81.
it's the 80s, right?
Yeah, it was 81, I think. And the cool thing about it, like I was rereading it. I did not get to read all 3. I made it through like 1.5 of them. And they're not long. I can insert some pictures here too. Because the illustrations in this book, let me find the really creepy one, are just wild. Like they had no business. No business.
Yeah. The pencil drawings, the very detailed.
And this is the original
skeletal.
illustration.
Oh, so creepy.
Yeah, they're creepy.
And the cool thing about this book, like I marked a few, each chapter is like something different. Now, this is a book that is a collection. It's not like original stories by Alvin Schwartz.
Most
it's
of them
actually
are based on urban legends.
And the cool thing is this book particularly has at the end of each book, it has the footnotes. It has like the history behind the stories, other alternate endings to the stories. It has like the folklore type stuff, where to find it. There's notes on every one of them. And like even backstory, like one of these, there's like a song in here.
The hearse.
Yes, the Hearst song that was actually started back in World War II. Like the first original version of it was like they would sing it to each other. It's kind of like Ring Around the Rosie. Like I don't know. It's wild because
I didn't learn about Ring Around the Rosie until I got to college.
Yeah. I was gonna say, as a kid, you don't know. And then
No.
you
Yeah, I
start.
got to college and it was taught to me, and they were like, "Oh, it's about the plague," and I was like,
what?
"Cool."
So, like, the fun thing about this book, I remember having this at sleepovers because it'll tell you, like, I think it's the first chapter. I really should have been more prepared. The first chapter is all stories that make you jump. And it even has, like, directives to you as the reader. Like, notes here, like, as you give the last line, pounce on one of your friends. Or turn out the lights here. Scream really loudly, like crazy, like. And this also has the story that you would tell while giving the people the peeled grapes. So there's the eyeballs, and the spaghetti is the worms. Like all of that's in here, so you could tell the story as you go. There's the urban legends, like the hook and the story of the high beams. And then there's funny ones. There's a whole chapter of ones that like they start out and you're like scared, but it's a joke at the end. Like,
which is funny because a lot of these urban legend stories
The
they told in the
Viper.
first season of
Yeah.
Supernatural, because like
Yeah.
a lot of the Supernatural episodes are all those.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
the
awesome.
Wendigo.
The Wendigo.
I was like, we could do a dramatic reading of one of them.
And like Bloody Mary
Okay.
and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, my favorite was the poison dress,
Rabbit,
poisoned
right?
wedding dress, the white satin dress.
Oh,
I could
What
see
was
that.
the one? Like,
Oh.
talk about body horror. Was the red spot, the red
The
dot,
green
the
ribbon?
red? No, there was another one.
The girl with the green ribbon will haunt me until
Yes.
the day I die.
That's a classic.
The craziest thing about the girl with the red ribbon is that was not even from this book. It's common misconception it's from this book. Same
Oh.
author.
Yeah.
But it's actually from a book called In a Dark, Dark Room and Other Scary Stories.
Ooh, educate
So,
us.
fun
Which-
fact,
Is a
support
children's
your
book.
local libraries, because when I went on my Hoopla app to get those. I do have the whole collection, but then I saw there was another like 3 or 4 books that the author wrote that again looked like they were geared toward children, and I was
Exactly.
like, oh God, they kept writing more.
My mouse just stopped working, but
Scary.
that book, right? In a Dark, Dark Room and Other Scary Stories was I can reading level 2 with help. So this was a book that was technically geared towards children learning how to read
Learning how to
unassisted.
No,
Which is
Vincent,
wild to me.
sorry.
And it was literally horror stories, poems, and urban legends. Now, the illustrations are not as creepy as these ones. They were more cartoonish, like little ogre type things. And we can put it in here, but the green ribbon is actually, you can find it on YouTube. It has the illustrations. They're brighter ones. This girl, Jenny, always wears a green ribbon around her neck, and she meets a boy named
Oh
I'm
no.
sure you know.
Oh, there we go.
There
It
you are.
froze for a second. She meets a boy
Yeah.
named
Alfred. And Alfred wants to know, why do you wear that green ribbon around your neck? And she's like, I will not tell you. And he asks all the time, like, can you tell me? And she's like, not yet, not yet. They end up falling in love. They get married. Even like on the day that they're wed, she was like, nope, I can't tell you. I will tell you eventually. I'm waiting for the right time. Eventually, she gets really sick. She finds out it's terminal. She is going to die. And she tells Alfred, okay, now is the time. I'm going to tell you about what's going on, like from her hospital bed. And she's like, okay, you can take the ribbon off, pull the ribbon. And he pulls the ribbon and her head falls off.
It will
What?
haunt me. It will haunt me forever.
She was dead the whole time. The whole time. The whole time.
Yeah, it's just wild that is a tale to tell for children.
As old as
I've
time.
never forgot it.
All this time.
I've never forgot it.
Sorry, I can't help it.
That's hilarious.
And the book, the one you were talking about, In a Dark, Dark Room, that is from
Yeah.
that book.
Yeah.
There's a
Isn't it? Yeah, in the dark, dark box, like dark, dark
in a
room,
dark, dark place,
house.
the objects, yeah,
Yeah,
and it becomes
In
like
the
a
end.
box, and in the box is a ghost that comes out of the box.
see, I remember a different version where in the box there was a pink jelly bean and it wasn't scary.
See, that is possible. It would be fun.
Subvert expectations.
The ghost. I will say that like I was rereading these and I'm like, they're really not scary, but like those illustrations, the first book had this
Yeah.
clown that looked like a
Creepy
hobo.
clown. He had like a
Yeah.
reddish nose and blue hair.
And he had like a cigar or something hanging out of his mouth. And I was like, why is that like
Why would you
that?
put these illustrations in a children's book?
These had no business being geared towards children. But it's funny because I posted a picture of it on Facebook and like everyone was like, oh my gosh, I remember the story of the bloody hands. And which that story is funny because it's like these bloody hands and everyone keeps staying in this hotel room and they're like getting haunted by the ghost with bloody fingers. And the last guy, like everyone just runs away screaming. And the last guy, is a musician and he arrives very late and he also takes the haunted room. After he unpacked, he got out his guitar and he began to play. Soon the ghost appeared. As before, its fingers were bleeding and it was moaning, bloody fingers, bloody fingers. And the man just ignores it and he keeps strumming his guitar. But the ghost keeps moaning and its fingers kept bleeding. bloody fingers, bloody fingers. And finally, the guitarist stops playing and he looks up. Cool it, man. Get yourself a Band-Aid.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I remember there was a different version, probably the same book as the Pink Jelly Bean thing, where there was a guy in the woods, bloody fingers, chasing these kids, bloody fingers. And then one of the kids turns around and goes, have a Band-Aid. And like, that's how it ends.
I was trying to find the satin dress
That would be cackling.
one. Where is it? The satin dress was creepy because the girl gets asked to homecoming dance or some kind of special dance, but she doesn't have the money to buy a dress. So her mom says, why don't you go to the like the secondhand, the Goodwill type thing? Oh, there it is, page 65. And get a dress from there. This is page 65.
Kids turn to page 65.
Oh, it's short. I can read it. Do you want me to read it?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
So here is the dress.
Creepy.
The white satin evening gown. A young man invited a young woman to a formal dance, but she was very poor, and she could not afford to buy the evening gown she needed for such an occasion. Maybe you can rent a dress, her mother said. So they went to a pawn shop, that's what it was, not far from where she lived. There they found a white satin evening gown in her size. She looked lovely in it, and she was able to rent it for very little. When she arrived at the dance with her friend, she was so attractive. Everyone wanted to meet her. She danced again and was having a wonderful time. But then she began to feel dizzy and faint. And she asked her friend, can you please take me home? I think I danced too much, she told him. When she got home, she laid down on her bed. The next morning, her mother came in and found that her daughter had died. The doctor did not understand what had caused her death, so he had a coroner perform an autopsy. The coroner found that she had been poisoned by embalming fluid. It had stopped her blood from flowing.
Embalming fluid?
Yeah.
Wow.
There were traces of the fluid on her dress. He decided that it entered her skin when she perspired while dancing. The pawnbroker said that he bought the dress from an undertaker's helper. It had been used in a funeral for another woman, and the helper had stolen it just before she was buried. That's it.
That sounds like an episode of Criminal Minds.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I feel like there was like, I've been
Not
like,
as spooky,
got into my
but
skin.
yeah.
Again, creepy. I like creepy.
It's so good.
I mean,
Yeah.
scaring kids away from going and buying stuff at Goodwill? Like, what purpose does that story
dare
serve?
you.
Consumerism.
Yeah, there it is.
I was like, it makes me think of the Halloween episode of Buffy when she went to that shop and they all end up turning into what they dressed up as, and she had on that beautiful gown. He's like, "Oh, I can make you a deal," and it's like that alone right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Red flag.
Red flag.
Okay, so in honor of spooky season, I know we typically don't do a fun game, but
Let's
all
do
across
it.
the board for Splat Attack podcast for spooky season, we are going to play a new segment. So let's shoot it over to Splat Stanley and find out, what are we playing today?
Well, I'm not a girl. I don't know if I should be in the girls' room, but let's give it a spin to see what we're gonna play.
Trick or treat is the segment that we're doing.
What's trick or treating? Trick or treat? Trick! Excuse me? Well, I guess we better get started trick or treating. Keep trying. They're hard of hearing.
You heard Splat Stanley. We are playing Trick or Treat, which, for those who are in the know, is our this or that for the spooky season. So I've come up with a handful of things that we can choose this or that, trick or treat. Pretty simple. If you love both, It can be both. Whatever makes your heart happy.
Decision fatigue is scary.
It's scary, man. Okay, so number 1, witches or vampires?
Witches.
Witches.
Vampires.
I am also gonna have to go vampires. I love witches, but vampires
do.
will
I do
always
too.
win. Okay.
Just something about them.
The Munsters.
Ooh.
I'm going to go the Munsters because childhood. That was my childhood more so than Adam's Family.
I'm gonna go Adam's Family. I mean, Team Adam's
Also
Family.
an Addams.
Addams Family girl.
I mean,
Okay.
who doesn't love the monsters though?
They're both
Yeah.
phenomenal. Okay, so in the world of a scary movie, say you were put into a scary movie, would you rather be, or who would you be? Would you be the final girl or the first death?
Who would I rather be?
I mean, I'd rather
death-
live to the end.
I mean, I would
Death or
rather
trauma? Death or trauma?
Realistically, I'm a fat girl. I can't run. I'd be the one who's like freaking out, and I'd just be dead because I'd be like,
Listen.
"Oh, at least it's over with."
I'd be the girl from the Scream Queen show that was the deaf girl that was buried. They all were buried in the grass, and she's like, "Do you guys like Taylor Swift?" And he's about to like mow over her head, and she has no clue. And I was like, "That'd be me. I'd be out to lunch." Like, huh? What'd you say?
I would not be there. I like those joke videos that are going around of like the healthy skeptic in the horror movie. Like I would leave. I would
You know,
just
this doesn't seem right here. I'd be the one calling 911.
yeah.
Okay, but listen, my adult self. Now, I just saw a TikTok about this, and it was like this girl did a TikTok. She goes, "Oh my god, I have this stalker, and he won't like leave me alone. I'm really freaking out." And the girl's like, "Oh, it sucks. Like, what does he look like?" Wow, he's really. I mean, he's like, well, is he tall? Yeah, he's really tall. And
Is he
creepy.
dark?
Does he have tattoos?
Is he?
Yeah. What does that matter? Oh, well, I mean, you know, I was like, that'd be me, like some dark, creepy guy coming towards me, and I'm like, you know, you have
Okay, you fine. Okay, I see you.
You don't have the face. Hey,
What are you gonna do to me?
What kind of things are we talking here?
I don't mind a little.
I think I'm paranoid enough
talk
that I
my
would
way
be
out
the
of this.
final girl. I don't know. I would try to just nope out of there to the point where maybe not the final girl stereotypical, but like I would just try to be as far away from that as possible.
Sure.
So I would be the last one left.
That's true because
I
I'd
would
kind
be
of
the
be
one
like,
coming in at them being like, "I told you so. I told
Yeah.
you to go in there."
Yeah.
I think
Why are
mentally
you hiding in the basement? Like that's no.
you seem a little sketchy. I feel like you're the problem.
Yeah, I'd be the one in the well-lit
I mean,
areas.
like, come on, come on, Billy from Scream. It's just like, oh god, so I hate that guy.
Love him. Skeet.
But
He's
come
so
on, the
boring.
hair, yeah, right. I was like,
I
oh,
always
come
had a
on.
thing with Skeet Ulrich.
Oh,
Shaggy from Scooby Doo
Him
did
and
it.
Matthew Lillard.
yeah, come on.
me up.
Yeah. Oh,
And
man.
their Matthew Lillard is in the the Five Nights at Freddy movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ulrich is
Yes.
coming in for the second one. So
Yeah.
exciting. I'm so
love
excited.
it.
Let's go. Let's
I
go.
almost went and got a Scream mask to like hold up or put on. My friend back there, this is Dolores. We
Hi,
just call her
Dolores.
D for short. Yeah, she's just hanging out. She's part of the girls' room.
He's hanging.
Hanging out.
All right. For Halloween costumes, would you rather do a group costume or a solo costume?
Depends on the group costume. I do love a good group costume. If it's well done.
I'm a solo costume girl because I have trust issues and I can't trust anyone to get the costumes right unless I
That is
gave
true.
them to them.
I've always been solo costume, but probably would have been better within a group. Like if I were to dress up as like Wednesday Addams, I don't know that I would find the rest of the Addams family. You know, it's one of those things
That's
where
fair.
like I would, yeah.
I would probably go more with group, and that's just because I've got a group now in my family,
Yeah.
in my household. So like we've talked about that. Like we've talked about doing like being the Scooby Gang or something like to that effect. Because I know like for the it would have been really cool. I don't know if I can find it, but like for this year's Sam wants to be Eddie from Stranger Things, so that's his favorite character. But I was like, we could all just dress up as characters from Stranger Things, but
Alex has to be 11.
yeah, shave the hair, honey. Yeah, right. He would probably cry. He'd be like, no, never happening. I'm Joe Keery. I've got the Joe Keery.
He could wear a bald cap. It's fine.
I bet that's alright. You Steve. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
All right. So for Halloween night, did you prefer trick-or-treating or going to a party?
Trick-or-treating. Because I wasn't a party kid.
Trick-or-treating. Yeah, as a kid, trick-or-treating. As an adult, I love that we can move up to like Halloween parties now. Yeah. So
as a kid, I mean, yeah, I would have definitely preferred trick-or-treating because that's what we did. We wanted the candy. Now I'd still enjoy trick-or-treating as an adult with my kids because it's a lot of fun. I love watching them go up to get candy, but most of my Halloweens anymore are spent watching Rocky Horror, so I'm always like dressed. And that's a party for me, so it's like that's where I'm at, and that's probably where I'll be this year because I was like, it's just I don't know. I would say I would love to go to a fun Halloween party.
Yes. But see, that's the key. A fun one.
Yeah. As a kid, the appeal was, your parents didn't let you have candy a lot. So that was like, oh, I can get a whole bunch of candy. As an adult, you can buy your own candy now. Yeah. So what's more fun?
And party. Also now that you're an adult, it's like, oh, I can't eat that much anymore because
that too.
My gallbladder will erupt or my colitis is going to act up.
Yeah.
I will say
indigestion.
When we moved
on the pot,
when we moved back to Pittsburgh, because we were living with my parents, I remember the first Halloween, the 2020 Halloween, they said you could go trick-or-treating as long as you were not getting in people's business. So Manny and I went for a walk around the neighborhood. I just wanted to see all the decorations. I was like, this feels, we're not dressed for the occasion, but it was kind of cool because some of the old families are still there. So see my friend's mom and got to introduce my husband to my friend's mom, just stuff like that. I thought that was fun, but I'm more introverted and chill now. I can't deal with all that mess, but I would like a good party where it's no pressure. Now, much like Meg said, we've been doing Rocky Horror, because my cousin's, last year, my cousin's boyfriend is Brad for the past 2 years in it. So I just think that's fun to go. We actually went, my sister's wedding was the 26th, and then they had a midnight showing. So after the wedding, we went to Rocky Horror and took Manny's parents. So I don't know, I just think it's fun. This year Rocky Horror will be on Halloween, which is really cool. So if you want to come, let me know.
Yeah, I'm running lights for the show this year, so I'm excited because I enjoy it. It's fun watching them perform.
I love it.
All right, final question.
Okay.
Movie watching.
Okay.
Scary movie watching. Lights on, lights off.
Lights off.
Lights off. Yeah.
Yeah, lights off.
But there has to be ambiance. There has to be
yeah, so if y'all have seen our living room, we've got Alex has decorated we've got a Halloween tree that's lit up, and we've got some lights around the ceiling, and it's very cool, kind of like the way your room is set up right now, Heather. It's dark, but it's a comfort, cozy feeling.
Yeah. We keep purple lights on or some kind of spooky kind of lights, but no bright lights.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I have to have a palette. I have to have a palette cleanser before bed, though.
Yeah.
Can't just go straight to sleep then.
Look, nowadays I just turn on Bluey before I go to bed because I'm
honestly
Bluey.
It's usually a cartoon.
Everything.
Yeah. I love how I'm lights out, and out of all of us in the square grid, I'm bright.
Yeah, I'm can't be watching.
All right. We did it. Happy spooky season, everyone. We hope you have the spookiest, scariest season that you love. We will be back in a couple months, and we're going to be doing
My favorite.
holiday memories. So we will be back for yet another holiday for you. Until then, let us know what your favorite memories were from spooky season growing up. Let us know. We love reading it and talking.
Are you a team pumpkin or a team caramel apple?
Ooh.
Both. I need
No,
both.
why not both?
No, that's true.
But yeah.
I hate the flavor of pumpkin, but I love the smell of it. I love the
yes.
smell. So I don't mind making it because I won't eat it.
That's okay. Alex will eat all of it.
That's right. That's why I make it, because he'll love it. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining us yet again, and we will splat you later.
Bye.
Catch you later.
Stay safe.
This episode was recorded at Splat Attack Studios in virtual home studios, though none in Florida.